In the last video, I talked about writing a goal. In this video, we're going to take it one step further and break down that goal into actionable steps that we can use to meet that goal. If we have just the goal, that goal gets huge, especially if it's something like make a full-time income from YouTube, or once we make it a SMART goal, make $4,000 in 1 month from YouTube and related projects by August 2023. That's a huge goal. Making action steps is kind of like taking a big goal and making a bunch of smaller goals so that you can meet them by a specific time. For all of my gamers out there, you can think of it this way. Our big goal is the end of the game. Our little goals, our action steps, are to beat each level or each boss. So let's start by making a list of all of the bosses that we have to beat. Whoa! Oh. Here's my list. I use a mind map technique. So each one of these groupings is a particular thing I need to work on. So we've got filming, we've got marketing, we've got editing, and then we've got monetization. And each one of those things has something within it that we have to do. Now let's just take one item on that list and break it down into those action steps. So we're going to start with lighting. As you can see, lighting is something that I have been working on. Well, maybe you can't see because you didn't see any of my earlier videos, but some of my earlier videos had lighting like this. Amadi was a black belt in Taekwondo. Isn't that better? So first, we start with a baseline. What do you already know? When it comes to lighting, my knowledge is pretty limited. I know about the concept of three-point lighting from back when I did photography on film. That was 30 years ago, and I don't remember a lot of it. That was only 25 years ago. Don't date yourself. So my baseline is pretty low. So what I did was I did just a little bit of base level research in order to know what I needed to know. And I found two action items that I want to learn that I could make into SMART goals. 1, how to film in sunlight. And 2, how to film in the studio. And then I said, okay, what kind of equipment am I gonna need based on this basic research that I've done? And I determined that I need some basic lighting for the studio and some reflectors. If you've made it this far, that means you liked this video. Please click on that like button below. Thank you very much. Now, I don't normally make these full SMART goals, but I do want to have dates next to them so that I know I'm on track for my big SMART goal. I can either put a date next to each of the small action steps, or I can put a date next to the big item if I'm going to do them all together. In this case, I kind of wanted to fast track this one, so I put the date as the end of August. Now, for every item you made on that list, you need to action out what you're going to do for those so that you know you can meet this goal. Yes, this is a lot of work and it's a lot of planning, and it might be more fun just to jump in. But taking the time right now to make out this plan will make it more likely that you will succeed in meeting your goal. I personally really want to meet this goal, partly because I've told you all I will and I don't want to disappoint you. So we're going to work really hard to meet this goal. As you list out the tools that you need, make sure that you're keeping your budget in mind. You do not want to break the bank. You don't want to get loans if you can avoid it, unless that's part of your plan. Personally, I don't think getting loans should be part of your plan. Loans are very dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Ask me how I know. So since my budget is pretty small for now, until I start making some money, then it'll still be small, but a little bit bigger. I have to stick small. Lighting is something that I have already taken up working on. I've actually already met a large portion of the action steps on here, but I still have some work to do. If you'd like to know more about the lighting setup that I have here and how I made that work, check out this video where I talk about a 24 $5 lighting setup. And this lighting setup is pretty cool. Watch this. Watch next time.